Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to start by saying thank you for being an amazing part of this community. Your support truly fuels my passion for creating content. For all my new viewers, a warm welcome. I'm excited to have you on board. Just a heads up, all my videos are completely free for you to learn from. However, if you're short on time and want a handy resource, I've got a PDF available for just ₹25, so you can click in the link in bio. Thank you so much for supporting this channel once again. Now in this video, we will be covering March current affairs. So let's dive in. So in order to boost the market channels for agricultural producers in the state of Nagaland, Nagaland's agriculture advisor, Matang Yantan, he flagged off 23 reefer trucks. So reefer trucks are refrigerated vehicle and it was sponsored by Focus IFAT Nagaland. So this refrigerated vehicle was named Rural Harvest on Wheels and bridging farms to markets, and it was distributed to 16 farmers producer organizations and 7 other organizations for transportation of agriculture producers to the market. Reefer trucks are similar to traditional semi-trucks, but they transport perishable goods and cargo that require temperature-controlled environment. So, when you need to keep some foods and medicines cool to prevent them from spoiling, right? So, like how you store ice cream in the freezer at home, a reefer truck is a special kind of truck that does the same thing but for transporting goods from one place to another. So, it is like a big refrigerator on wheels. The truck has built-in cooling system that keeps the inside cool, so perishable goods like fruits, veggies, meat, and medicines, they can stay fresh during transport. So the driver can set the temperature they want and the truck will keep it at that temperature. It's really important for getting these kinds of goods to stores and homes without spoiling them. So FOCUS stands for Fostering Climate Resilient Upland Farming Systems, and IFAD stands for International Fund for Agriculture Development. So it was established in 15 December 1977 and the headquarters in Rome, Italy. Next, so in Tanki National Park, it was in the news. So the questions will be asked from exam perspective, like where is Intanki National Park, like in which district. So Intanki National Park, it is in Perin district, and it is the only national park of the state of Nagaland. It was declared as national park in the year 1993. So other wildlife sanctuaries in Nagaland are Fakim Wildlife Sanctuary, it is in Kifri district, Pulebaze Wildlife Sanctuary, it is in Kohima district, Rangapar Wildlife Sanctuary, it is in Dimapur district, and Singpan Wildlife Sanctuary, it is in Mon district. So these are important for exam perspective. The Nagaland CineFest 2025, it was organized by the Department of Information and Public Relations in association with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and National Film Development Corporation of India. And this Nagaland CineFest 2025 was held in Kohima under the theme Celebrating Stories Inspiring Minds. The 5th edition of the Chengu Festival was hosted by the Kiviku Community Conserve Area at the Kiviku village, and it was organized by the Tizu Valley Biodiversity Conservation and Livelihood Network with the theme Conserving Culture and Natural Heritage. So this Chengu Festival, it translates to Biodiversity Festival. So it is focused on raising awareness about the importance of the conservation and the sustainable use of resources. So this is the 5th edition. The first edition was held in January 2019. So it is a part of the ongoing effort to highlight and preserve the biodiversity hotspots in the region. So World Hearing Day. So this World Hearing Day is celebrated every year on 3rd of March. The theme for this year is Changing Mindsets, Empower Yourself to Make Ear and Hearing Care a Reality for All. So these are some of the facts from exam perspective. Okay, so human ear can hear sound in the range of 20 hertz to 20k hertz. Okay, so this is 20,000. K means 1000. The faintest detectable noise by a healthy human ear is 0 decibels. Decibel is the unit of sound. The maximum sound which can be tolerated by a human ear is 120 decibel, and children under the age of 5 can hear up to 25 kilohertz. Next, Akashvani was in the news. So here are some important points. So ADG Bhatnagar, he visited Akashvani Mukokchong. So related to Akashvani is also known as All India Radio or Oracle, okay, and it was founded in the year 1936. So All India Radio was renamed as Akashvani in the year 1957. Okay, and Akashvani means voice from the sky. Headquarter of Akashvani is in New Delhi. The first radio program in India was started in the year 1923 by the Radio Club in Bombay. Next, so private investor takes over the Waziho mini cement plant. Now the cement plant is under the Melluri district. So this is important. So this is the second public sector undertaking in Nagaland. Okay, the first was the Nagaland Pulp and Paper Corporation Limited, which is also known as Tuli Paper Mill, and it was taken over by the 3A Capital Service Limited. So this Tuli Paper Mill, it was established in the year 1971 and it is located in Mokokchung district. As of December 31st, 2024, Nagaland has recorded a total of 70,558 registered job seekers, according to the report released by the Directorate of Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, of which 28,103 applicants are graduates or above. Next, Nagaland Chief Minister Dr. Nefirio informed that there are 63,372 persons covered under the old age pension scheme in Nagaland, out of which 57,402 are beneficiaries from Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme and another 5,970 under the State Old Age Pension Scheme. So the beneficiaries under the Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme, that is 60 to 79 years, are paid rupees 200 per month, and then 80 years and above beneficiaries get rupees 500 per month. And then the beneficiaries under the State Old Age Pension Scheme, they get rupees 200 per month. So in order to be eligible for the Old Age Pension Scheme, a person should be 60 years and above. So the World Air Quality Report 2024 has been released by the Swiss air quality technology company IQ Air. So according to this report, Brinihat, this is in Meghalaya, okay? So this city is the most polluted city. And then Nagaland capital Kohima, it ranks at 275th, and Delhi is the most polluted capital, and India ranked at 5th as the most polluted country. So these are some of the important points. Next, Lingua Skill was launched in Nagaland University, and the financial literacy in Nagaland stands at 8%. So Chingwang Konyak is the president of NDPP. NDPP stands for National Democratic Progressive Party. So he is the president. Next, veteran journalist Mona Lisa Chankija, okay, and then writer Istrin Kiri. They have both been conferred with Nagaland State Commission for Women Excellence Award 2025. So this is the first time in 93 years since the first newspaper were published, okay, in the year 1932, that journalistic work has received such state-level landmark recognition. And Istrin Kiri has also been presented the Sahitya Academy Award 2024 on Women's Day for her novel Spirit Nights. Okay, so this was posted in the local dailies on International Women's Day, so you can go through this. So International Women's Day is celebrated every year on 8th of March, and this year the theme was Accelerate Action. So this theme is important. Ketoli Awami, she was named the most enterprising self-help group woman under the non-farm livelihoods component category. Nagaland is poised to become a $10 billion economy by the fiscal year 2029 to 30. So this was informed in the recently released Nagaland Economic Survey 2024 to 2025. So this report also added that the state economy as of February 17, 2025, based on advanced estimates of gross state domestic product for the year 2024 to 2025 was $5.30 billion. A total of 21 Nikshay Mitras were registered during the 6th session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. So what is this Nikshay Mitra? So this scheme is a part of the Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, which encourages community involvement in TB elimination by linking the willing donors with consented TB patients, providing them with additional support, including nutritional support and other forms of support. So Niksha Mitra scheme was developed and maintained by the Central TB Division, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, in collaboration with the National Informatics Center and WHO. As we know that government is making all efforts to make the country TB free by this year, that is 2025. So this TB stands for tuberculosis. It is an airborne disease which can spread in humans through droplet infection. So TB is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and Robert Koch discovered the pathogen that caused tuberculosis. So Mantox tuberculin skin test. This is the most common test for diagnosis of tuberculosis. So these are some of the important facts which will be helpful for exams. Nagaland has also won the national award for its effort to eliminate tuberculosis under the category B that includes TB Mukt Panchayat. A total of 166 villages in Nagaland have been declared TB free as part of efforts to eliminate tuberculosis in the state. 3 health centers in Nagaland, that is Kuhuboto PHC, Rosuma Health and Wellness Center, and Singep Health and Wellness Center, they have received the Kayakalp Award for achieving National Quality Assurance Standards certification at the national level. Konama hosts Nagaland's first garlic festival, so this is important, okay? Farmers Fair 2025 was held in Peg District. The government of Nagaland has adopted coffee as its unique selling point, okay? And this was submitted to the Ministry of Development of Northeast Region. So this unique selling point, it is also known as unique selling proposition, and it is a marketing statement that differentiates a product or a brand from its competitors. Next, Nagaland State Transport Department wins the Association of State Road Transport Undertakings National Bus Transport Award 2023-24. Next, Bindang Waling is the second Naga artist from Nagaland to be honored the prestigious Sangeet Natak Academy Ustad Bismillah Khan Yuva Puraskar, and he is the first one to receive in the field of theatre and direction in 2023. The second Khelo India Para Games 2025, it was held in Delhi at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, and then Para-Olympian Hokato Hotege, he clinched bronze medal in the men's shot put with a record of 12.91 meter. Hokato Hotege, he is the first medalist from Nagaland to win a bronze medal at the Olympics, and he is also the first from Nagaland to win a medal in the Asian Para Games, which was held in China in the year 2022. So just remember that Hokato Hotege is related to the game's shot put. Nagaland secured the runners-up position in the Ashmita Khelo India Peacock Silat Women's League 2025 Northeast Zone. So the state of Nagaland claimed 10 gold medals, 8 silver and 16 bronze medals. So a total of 34 medals. So Ashmita Khelo India, this is an initiative under the Union Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and it is sponsored by the Sports Authority of India. So it aims to promote women's participation in sports and provide emerging talent with opportunities to excel at the national and international levels. The 8th Northeast Youth Festival was held in Gangtok, Sikkim. And the first Women Open Naga Wrestling Championship will be held in Kohima District. 8,136 youth from Nagaland have been trained and 5,276 given placement in various establishments, including 22 international placements under the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushala Yojana, DDU-GKY. So just remember the full form of DDU-GKY. According to the Nagaland Economic Survey 2024 to 2025, the dropout rate in government schools in Nagaland during 2023 to 2024 stood at 5.92% at the primary level, 5.90% at the upper primary level, and 16.81% at the secondary level. So this Nagaland Economic Survey, this report is released by the Department of Economics and Statistics. So World Meteorological Day, it is celebrated every year on 23rd March. And then the theme for this year was closing the early warning gap together. Next, Jan Aushadhi Divas or Generic Medicine Day. This is celebrated every year on 7th of March, okay? And Jan Aushadhi Week is celebrated from 1st to 7th of March. So the theme for 2025 is Jan Aushadhi, Affordable Medicines, Quality Medicine. So this Jan Aushadhi Divas, it is celebrated to promote the generic medicines. As per the Nagaland Economic Survey 2024 to 2025, A total of 1,35,306 Chief Minister Health Insurance Scheme cards have been issued and distributed in Nagaland as of February 19, 2025. So, Chief Minister Universal Life Insurance Scheme. So, this was launched on 5th August 2024. And it provides life insurance coverage of rupees 2 lakh on a demise of the breadwinner due to any cause, and an accidental insurance coverage of rupees 2 lakh each will also be provided for the breadwinner and 3 other family members. Next, Nagaland Solar Mission holds first meeting. So the scheme PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana for installation of rooftop solar in residential households in Nagaland will be implemented under this scheme. So remember, it is only for residential households. Under PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, okay, the government of India is targeting 1 crore solar installations by the year 2027. So this comes under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. This was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on February 15, 2024. So the aim is to transform India's energy landscape by providing free electricity to 1 crore households to get up to 300 units of free electricity. So these are the subsidy details. Okay, so you can go through this. Next, Nagaland Chief Minister Dr. Nifir on March 6, he presented a budget of rupees 24,849.01 crore for the fiscal year 2025-26, along with a deficit of rupees 843.21 crore. These are some of the new initiatives the state government has introduced for the financial year 2025-26. So, Nagaland Skill Mission. So, under this mission, the government of Nagaland will train 5,000 youth, okay, in the financial year 2025-26, and rupees 5 crore has been allocated for this initiative. Next, Nagaland Tourism, Hospitality and Transport Scheme. Under this, concessional loans to entrepreneurs to set up 500 homestays and 200 tourist transport vehicles. Living Morong Initiative. So this initiative aims to revitalize and preserve traditional Naga culture and traditions and integrating them with modern development sustainable livelihoods. Rupees 5 crore has been allocated. Next, Nagaland State Solar Power Mission. Rupees 10 crore has been allocated for this state solar power mission. Next, Drone Training and Logistic Program. So rupees 2.5 crore have been allocated. So this initiative will skill youth in drone operations through public-private partnerships, ensuring employment opportunities in this growing field. Next, Artificial Intelligence and Research Center, rupees 3.86 crore have been allocated for this initiative. Expanding banking access. So the state government will support infrastructure development for approach roads and Pakka buildings to facilitate long-term leasing to banks. Okay. Capacity building and local bodies and public servants. So this initiative will provide structured training for municipal bodies, village councils, and government officers in resource mobilization, policy formulation, financial management, and digital governance. And rupees 2 crore has been allocated. Chief Minister's Fellowship Program. So rupees 2.5 crore has been allocated for this initiative. It aims at developing highly skilled professionals equipped with a deep understanding of Nagaland's development priorities. RFID based e-way bill processing. So rupees 2 crore has been allocated for this initiative. Improving NST 40 buses for Nagaland state transport and additional rupees 2.5 crore has been allocated to upgrade essential amenities, ensuring quality facilities at 5 priority NST stations. Next, fast-track development in interstate border areas. So rupees 15 crore has been allocated to fast-track the developmental needs of villages in the interstate border areas. So these were some of the bills which were introduced in the Nagaland Assembly. So you can go through this. Article 371A was in the news. So Article 371A is a special provision in the Indian Constitution that applies to the state of Nagaland. So this was inserted after a 16-point agreement between the Centre and the Naga People's Convention in 1960, which led to the creation of Nagaland in 1963. So according to this, the Parliament cannot legislate in matters of Naga religion or social practices, Naga customary law and procedure, administration of the civil and criminal justice involving decisions according to Naga customary law and ownership and transfer of land without occurrence of the State Assembly. So basically what this article says is that the central government cannot just make laws that affect Nagaland without the state's permission. For example, if the central government wants to make a law about a land ownership or religious practices, they have to get approval from the Nagaland state government first. So this is important because Nagaland has its own unique culture and customs, and this article helps protect those. So it's like a safeguard to make sure that the state can govern itself in certain matters and preserve its identity. These are some of the articles related to special provisions for some states at a glance. So this is important from an exam perspective. So you have to know what Article 371 subject matter is, 371A, 371B, 371C, okay, and so on. So you can go through this. Next, a study by the Nagaland University researchers, which was funded by ICAR National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources, warns a declining fish diversity in the Diku River due to destructive fishing methods like dynamite fishing and chemical poisoning. Research also documented 28 fish species, including the first record of Gera birostris in Nagaland. Gera birostris is a fish species. So the major rivers of Nagaland are Doyang, Diku, Dansari, Tizu, Milak, Zi, Langlong, Zunki, Likimro, Lanye, and Zuza. So the rivers which flow westward and flows into the Brahmaputra are Doyang, Diku, and Dansari, and the rivers which flows eastward and flows into the Chinbin River in Burma is Tizu River. So some facts related to Diku River. So Diku River, it originates from the Nuroto Hill area in Zonapeto district, and it flows across Mukokchung and the Longland districts. So Diku River, it forms a boundary between Mukokchung and Tuinsang district. And the main tributaries of Diku River are Yangyu of Tuinsang district and Nanu in the Langpangkong range in Mukokchung district. So Diku River is one of the tributaries of the Brahmaputra River, and it is home to many freshwater species, crucial for local biodiversity and economy. Next, Nagaland hosts National IP Yatra 2025, okay, a 2-day event focused on intellectual property rights at the Capital Convention Center, Kohima. So let's discuss about intellectual property. You know how people create things like music, art, books, and inventions, right? So when we talk about intellectual property, we are referring to the rights that creators have over their work. So intellectual property is like a shield that protects the things we create and helps us to control over them. So it's the idea that just because someone can copy or use our work doesn't mean they have the right to. So let me give you an example. So as the owner of this YouTube channel, I create content including my videos and PDFs. So those PDFs are actually a great example of my intellectual property. So I put effort and ideas into creating those PDFs just like I do with my videos. So they are like a digital book that I have written, and they contain valuable information that I want to share with my audience. Because those PDFs are my intellectual property, I have the right to decide how they are used and shared. I can choose to give them away for free, or I can sell them. So if anyone were to take those PDFs without my permission and start sharing them or selling them as their own, that would be a violation of my intellectual property rights. It's like someone taking my video I created and uploading it to their own channel without asking me first. So this is not allowed. So that's why intellectual property is important, especially for creators like me who make digital content. It helps me protect my work and ensure that I get credit and rewards I deserve. Patent, trademarks, copyright, geographical indication. These are intellectual property rights that help creators and inventors protect their work and earn rewards for their efforts. So patent. So this is a government issued license that gives an inventor the exclusive right to make, use, and sell an invention for a set period of time. Example, Apple patented the design of the iPhone. So this means that nobody else can make an iPhone that looks exactly like an iPhone without Apple's permission. Okay. Now trademark. A trademark can be any word, phrase, symbol, design, or a combination of these things that identifies your goods or services. Example will be Nike. So Nike trademarked its "Just Do It" slogan. So this means that nobody can use the exact same phrase to sell their own products. Next, copyright. Copyright is the legal ownership of intellectual property with the right to control its production and distribution. So example will be J.K. Rowling. She copyrighted the Harry Potter books. So this means that nobody else can print or sell copies of those books without her permission. And next, geographical indication. This is used to identify and distinguish agricultural, natural, or manufactured products from one geographical location to another. Example will be champagne. So champagne, it's a wine, right? And champagne has a GI that says it can only be called champagne if it's made in the Champagne region of France. So this means that if someone makes a similar wine in another part of the world, they can't call it champagne, okay? So this is what patent, trademarks, copyright, geographical indication means. And patents, trademarks, copyrights, GI, they are considered as intangible assets. So intangible assets are assets that does not have a physical presence, but they still have value, okay? While tangible assets are things that you can touch, like a chair, a car, or a building, okay? So these are called as tangible assets. Drugs and Magic Remedies Act 1954. So this is an act to control the advertisement of drugs in certain cases, to prohibit the advertisement for certain purposes of remedies alleged to possess magic qualities, and to provide for matters connected therewith. So the main goal of this law is to protect people from fake or misleading medical treatments. So this law says that companies cannot advertise medicines or treatments in a way that is misleading or false. And this law also bans the advertising of magic remedies, like treatments that claim to cure diseases or health issues but don't actually work. And this law also requires that medicines and treatments be safe and effective before they can be sold or advertised. So this Drug and Magic Remedies Act, it protects people from fake or misleading medical treatments, and it helps ensure that medicines and treatments are safe, effective, and honestly advertised. Okay, so this DMR Act under Section 3, it bans advertisement related to procurement of miscarriage in women or prevention of conception in women, enhancing sexual pleasure and correcting menstrual disorders, as well as curing serious diseases such as cancer, cataract, diabetes, blood pressure, venereal diseases, and kidney stones, etc. And Section 4, it prohibits misleading advertisement that make false claims about drugs. And Section 5, it bans magic remedies. And Section 6, it prohibits the import of objectionable advertisement into the country. Next, what are mobile medical units? So these are innovations with a vision to reach the populations living in remote, difficult areas and those communities which are cut off from main health services due to geographic and climatic conditions. So you can see that this is a mobile medical unit. Next, what is a dummy school? So a dummy school is an institute where students are officially enrolled but they do not attend regular classes. So you know how competitive exams like JEE and NEET can be, right? So to increase the chances of cracking these exams, many students, they enroll in coaching institutes that provide specialized training. However, attending a regular school while preparing for these exams can be challenging. So that's where dummy schools, they come in. So these dummy schools, they provide a convenient way for students to complete their schooling while focusing on their coaching. So students who want to focus on their coaching enroll in a dummy school. So these schools are usually affiliated with the coaching institutes, and the dummy school, they take care of all the formalities such as attendance, assignments, and exams, except for the final board exams. So with the dummy school handling the formalities, students can focus entirely on their coaching and preparation for JEE and NEET. At the end of the year, students appear for their final board exams, which are usually conducted by the dummy school. Okay. So by enrolling in a dummy school, students can focus on coaching, they can reduce stress and improve chances of cracking JEE or NEET. By enrolling in a dummy school, students can devote more time and energy to their coaching and exam preparation without the burden of regular schoolwork. So dummy schools, they take care of administrative tasks, reducing the stress and workload on students. And with more time to focus on coaching, students can improve their chances of cracking these competitive exams. Next, the Reserve Bank of India has permitted banks to increase charges on ATM cash withdrawals beyond the free monthly usage by rupees 2 to 23 per transaction from 1st of May. So customers are eligible for 5 free transactions every month from their own bank ATM. Okay, ATM stands for automated teller machine. So this is important. The full form is important. They are also eligible for free transactions for other ATM, 3 transactions in metro centers and 5 in non-metro centers. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highway, Nitin Gadkari, reported that a total of rupees 1,227 crore has been allocated for the development and maintenance work on national highways in Nagaland during 2024 to 2025. Raj Bhavan Kohima celebrates Rajasthan State Foundation Day on 30th March. Next, Himachal Pradesh has emerged as one of the leading exporters of high-quality rainbow trout-eyed ova, supplying to other hill states like Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh. So this rainbow trout-eyed ova, it refers to rainbow trout eggs that have developed to a point where the eyes are visible. Okay, so if you can see this, the black ones. So these are some of the important days. 24th March, World Tuberculosis Day. Theme for this year is Yes, We Can End TB, Commit, Invest, Deliver. World Consumer Rights Day 2025. It is celebrated on March 15. Theme is A Just Transition to Sustainable Lifestyle. World Optometry Day 23rd March. Theme Eyes to the Future, Optometry Improving Global Wellness. National Vaccination Day 16 March and International Day of Mathematics is celebrated on 14 March. You have to know that National Mathematics Day is celebrated on 22nd of December, okay, and International Mathematics Day is celebrated on 14th March, and World Poetry Day is celebrated on 21st March, and the theme for this year was Poetry as a Bridge for Peace and Inclusion. 21st March, Forest and Food was the theme for International Day of Forest. And World Syndrome Day, it is celebrated on 21st March. The theme was Improve Our Support System. Now let's go through the compilation of Morong Express quiz for the month of March. How many additional deputy commissioner subdivisions are there in Nagaland as per the data given by Governor La Ganesan on March 3? So that is 24, okay. La Ganesan is the governor of Nagaland, okay. Who is the chairperson of the 4th Nagaland State Finance Commission? So that is Sara Aritse. So state finance corporations, they are constitutional bodies established by the states under Article 243I, okay, of the Indian Constitution. So as per this article, the governor of a state is required to constitute a finance commission every 5 years. So the primary role of State Finance Commission is to recommend the distribution of financial resources between the state government and its local bodies. National Science Day, this is celebrated on February 28 every year, and then this day marks the discovery of the Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman in the year 1928. Which state is home to India's first white tiger breeding center? So that is Madhya Pradesh. So the Central Zoo Authority has approved India's first white tiger breeding center in Rewa district of Madhya Pradesh. Who won the 10-meter air pistol men's individual event at the 3rd online Khelo India Center Nagaland Shooting Championships 2025? So it was won by Mr. M. Tiatamjan Jamir. What was the estimated gross receipt of Nagaland for the financial year 2025-26 as per the recent state budget 2025-26? So that was rupees 24,849.01 crore. How many youths are targeted to be trained in self-employment and private sector employment under the Nagaland Skill Mission announced in the state budget 2025-26? So that is 5,000. Next, according to the Nagaland Economic Survey 2024-25, what was the advanced estimates of gross domestic product of the state for 2024-25? So that is 5.30 billion. Next, how many students were enrolled in 17 government colleges in Nagaland as per the annual administrative report 2024-25 of the Department of Higher Education? So that is 10,436. What was the total registered factories in Nagaland in 2024-25 as per the Nagaland Economic Survey 2024-25? So that is 1,110. What was the total crops production in the state in 2023-24 as per the Nagaland Economic Survey 2024-25? So that is 11,79,057 metric tons. Which village recently hosted the first of its kind Chumare festival? So that is Konama. What is Lakado, which was in the news recently, is related to which of the following products? So that is turmeric. Who won the Indian Wells Open 2025 men's single title? So that is Jake Draper. Many tourists visited Nagaland in the 2024 as per the annual administrative report 2023 to 2024 of the tourism department. So that is 1,31,139. According to the Nagaland Economic Survey 2024 to 25, what was the drop rate at the upper primary level in government schools during 2023 to 24? So that is 5.90. Foot and mouth disease primarily affects which of the following? So that is bovines. Okay, so this bovine, it refers to any animal from the cattle group. So that includes cows, buffaloes, and bison. Next, on which date is World Optometry Day observed annually? So that is March 23rd. Next, which club clinched the title in the 4th edition of the Nagaland Futsal Club Championship? So that is Apuyemi FC. So this concludes this video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.